Welcome back to The Future Isn't What It Used to Be.
Luxoflux time, you know what that means.
Luxoflux, yes indeed. We're playing the Vigilante 8 second offense coming around the bend. There he goes. Winslow, Arizona. Who cares? All right, well, let's get into the game.
Vigilante 8 second offense.
You know what, folks? I was a young man when we started this.
Me too. I think I have a gray hair or two in my mohawk.
Just checking to make sure that it... Alright, yeah, okay, everything's fine.
Okay.
Oh, no. Okay. So, we're doing our final quest episode, folks.
We made it!
We did it, the last character with a quest storyline, and it is... that guy.
Padre Destino.
Padre Destino. Padre Desposito there. Oh no! You bastards! You blew it up!
You ruined it. You ruined it all.
Oh, you...
Damn you to hell!
Did ruin it all. Yeah, sadly, this is the last character in the game that has any storyline to him.
That's right.
There are 3 more characters. The 3 characters are...
Because we have the cultists.
Yeah, we have the cultists, we have Boogie, and we have...
Mr. Bland, Dusty Earth.
Oh, Dusty Earth, yeah. And none of them were interesting enough to warrant storylines, so...
As far as we're concerned, this is our last one.
This is our last one.
I'm the peddler of doom.
You're the peddler of something.
You're the peddler of suck. Arizona.
Now, at least I'll say this. This will hopefully be going out on a high note, because at least this vehicle's kind of cool.
Meteor Crater. Padre Destino. The name surely has a prophetic ring to it. The preacher can't even remember when he adopted the moniker. Actually, he can't remember much of his existence prior to being the Padre. He may have been in the army once. He still has the pants. But past life does not concern him. The upcoming events do.
Alright.
Alright, collect 2 fuel cans, evade police, and destroy all enemies.
Alright, so we need 2 fuel cans. We need to stay away from the cops, which are right around the corner, so I don't want to go there.
Yes, Padre Destino is a drifter.
Yep, one of the drifters, and honestly, this is a cool vehicle.
It's a half-track.
I dig this vehicle. When I first saw that this was in the game, I was like, that is cool.
I mean, it's a half-track. It's an army vehicle.
Yeah, it's basically like a big troop transport vehicle.
Yes, it is.
What? Which I'm guessing is like, to move his flock from here to dither.
Yeah, to move his flock away from wherever the Armageddon is
hither
happening.
And slither and all that stuff.
Hither and slither. Hee hee.
So, it's a neat enough vehicle.
It's interesting enough. It doesn't look like a bug, and it's not a motorcycle.
It's really slow. But, hey, look at this. I'm going in a straight fucking line.
Hallelujah. That's a miracle in itself.
Yes. So, at least this thing handles well. It's got a special that is kind of broken. Because he goes right through the earth and then he just pops up and fucks your day up.
Ooh, we got the black eels.
Yep. Oh yeah, this nothing evil about this guy whatsoever.
Nope, not at all. They're just, it's just little tufts of black cat hair. The testing was bothering us before we recorded.
Aha! We finally found 2 cans of gas.
Alright, all you gotta do is blow up the trash can, the trash man, and then avoid the coppers, and we should be alright.
Beware! Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Yeah, that's a special, ladies and gentlemen.
Which is kind of a neat special, I'm not gonna lie.
Alright, there's a spare gas can in case we need it.
Beware! You're in for a scare.
Yes, you hear that whole beware thing, that he's the one behind it.
Yeah.
Not Vincent Price.
Oh, more specials.
So basically our vehicle is a groundhog. Or a mole.
Yeah,
Or a worm.
an APC of some sort. And
Any of those animals that can dig into the earth.
it's a neat vehicle. I can't, like I said, I can't hate on this character too much except for the fact that he is just boring as hell. The character-wise, I mean, his storyline is just like, I'm a prophet of doom. And they're like, do you have any background? I'm a prophet of doom.
What do you have to do with OMAR? I'm a prophet of doom.
Beware. Okay, well, you know, maybe his special isn't fucking awesome, because I didn't think that did any damage.
It did a tiny bit, but not as cool. Not as cool, not as much as we thought it would.
Beware.
Oh, it's got a jam. He's got a jammer on him. The garbage man's got a jammer.
Oh, great. And he's going near the cops just to fuck with me. Well, time to get some real weapons.
Yeah. Ones that don't involve giant portals into the earth. And again,
So I might do another episode, folks. I don't know. I'm considering it. Just maybe one episode that covers the remaining 3 characters. There's no quest line for them. I don't know. I might consider it. I might not. Don't know yet. I do know that people do watch these videos. They seem to be like one of my more popular series of videos that I have, so maybe I will.
we'll see. Depends on what we feel like.
I don't know why anyone's watching them. It's not like I'm any good at this game.
Let's just say it's the last episode with a definite quest line.
Yeah, I was going to say after this, we're probably done with Vigilante 8. I'm not going to do Vigilante 8 Arcade.
Remember, thou shalt not hide from Padre.
Okay.
It's not ominous or anything.
Remember, thou shalt not steal Padre's peanut butter either. He clearly labeled it.
Okay. Thou shalt not steal from the till.
Yeah.
Thou shalt not keep the shoes by the front door, for thy flock might trip over them.
Oh, California.
Pacific Harbor. What are the upcoming events exactly? Who knows? No one said Padre is a psychic. The preacher does not dwell on specifics, but the book spells one prophecy clearly. The fall of Babylon is near. Magnificent. Padre will need plenty of supplies to wait it out until the new beginning arrives.
Oh, fall of Babylon, eh? Well, that's relevant.
Wait,
Babylon isn't still a place, is it? I'm pretty certain it isn't.
I couldn't tell you. I don't know enough of that to give a definite answer.
Neither do I. I don't know if it ever actually was a place. I know it's mentioned in the Bible, the Tower of Babel. Maybe I'm getting things confused. All right, believe it or not a theology major.
But
Which, weirdly enough, I do know a lot of theology.
let's just put it this way. I think Babylon existed at one point.
Well, Babylon 5's off the air, so I don't know what he's going on.
There we go. We'll go with that. But no, he's definitely got some Harold Camping vibes here. He's the that preacher who's like, the world is gonna end in, I think it was like 2009 or 2006 or something, and he put all this expensive campaign and billboards and pamphlets and all that stuff, and then there was the big gathering in Times Square, and the date happened.
And he's all like, I have a strong psychic belief that the world will end on New Year's Eve. And then the Ghostbusters put an end to it because Vigo the Carpathian wasn't all that great.
Oh, our back door ain't looking so hot. Oh, we got Dallas 13.
Alright, so I stopped the bridge. I think I still need to collect it. Yeah, I still have another
you still
fucking
need
toolbox.
toolboxes. Supply boxes.
All right, maybe we'll get lucky and there's one down here. That would be sweet. If not, we're going to have to go flying and try to get that one that's impossible to get. Oh!
There we go.
It's all about just destroying that stinky old fucking Palomino now.
Yep. Put the fear of God into Dallas 13, even though he's a biobot.
Beware, you're in for a scare.
Beware, I'm gonna liquefy the earth.
Buyer beware, this is Vigilante 8 second offense.
Nope, he got away. Damn it. Eat my missiles. Don't you know the world's coming to the end?
Yeah.
Dallas 13's like, I'm a robot. I don't give a shit.
World's coming to an end, fool. Buy Dogecoin.
Sell all your possessions. You give them to the church so they can take care of it, so in case you get raptured.
The Mayans predicted it, dang it.
Oh my god. 2012.
Oh, what a terrible movie.
Which is funny because we just watched the apocalypse episode of Penn and Teller bullshit.
Yeah, that was good.
It was a great episode because they talked a lot about the 2012 apocalypse and the Mayans are like, this is the end.
Basically, the idiots that were all like, the world is ending. The world is ending.
We're gonna go to the Mayan. I think it was Chichen Itza. They actually went to Chichen Itza.
Yeah, chicken and a biscuit.
Chichen Itza, and they have these people who are predicting this apocalypse, and they're like, we're also a ghost hunting group, and I'm like, yeah, you sound credible. And meanwhile, the actual Mayans were there, and they were just like, these people are full of shit, but at least they're giving us money, I guess.
It's a sad thing. Like, when I was a teenager, I was into that ghost hunting shit, too. And then, I don't know what happened. I think, I grew up. I don't know.
You grew up and you got this thing called logic.
I know. It's all like, you know what? All these ghosts that I'm chasing, I don't think they're real.
And for the last 100,000 times, if you're in a ghost hunting show, what's with the dowsing rods? Dowsing rods are supposed to find water.
Now, I knew a guy who swore by dowsing rods.
I know, I think we talked about that in a previous episode. But
yes, granted, he did not pass the 9th grade, but he swore up and down that those dowsing rods were accurate.
All right. Dallas is done.
Well, good fucking riddance.
Oh, we got top speed. We
Got
need
some
that.
top gear and all items collected. We're driving around in our half-track.
With these big spooky boogies around us.
Remember, thou shalt not hide from Padre.
Yes, and thou shalt not seek the seeker.
Thou shalt not piss in the holy water.
Remember, thou shalt not eat Padre's peanuts while on the flight to Alaska.
Or pretzels. Alaskan Pipeline. Oh, yes, the book.
Oh, the book.
It is rumored that it was given to the preacher by an old vagrant and is the source of Padre's psychosis. Nonsense. Padre maintains that he was given the book by Leviathan himself to spread its message and draft new believers voluntarily or by force. It's a cult. Of course, Padre prefers the latter.
Of course he does.
We already have cultists in this game, and it's not us.
Alright, so...
Alright, collect and deliver 3 fuel cans, break up icebergs, and destroy all enemies.
Okay. So, evidently he is a fan of the movie Leviathan. That's a point in his favor.
Or he's
One of my favorites.
Or he's a fan of Volbeat, one or the other. They have a song called Leviathan. Open your eyes.
Either way, hopefully some Hector Elizondo's involved.
We just watched a Columbo episode with Hector Elizondo.
That we did.
He played in a Saudi guy.
He always plays something. That's what I love about Hector Elizondo. The guy is an ethnic chameleon.
Yes.
Whether he's playing Russians, Eastern Europeans,
Saudis.
Saudi Arabians, Mexicans. I mean, he's played them all, folks.
He's a man of many talents.
Why, he's even played a white guy on occasion.
Yes.
Which is funny, because, I mean, he is Puerto Rican.
Yeah,
so.
we had to look it up to make sure.
Yeah, I honestly didn't know. I think it was actually funny, because I'm a huge Hector Elizondo fan. And even I was like, I think he's Mexican.
But we looked it up on IMDb, and it said he was, his parents were Puerto Rican. So.
Yep.
But no matter how you slice it, he's a man of many talents, that Hector Elizondo.
Yes, he is. One of my all-time favorite actors.
Indeed. Time to spill that gas. Or, refine the gas. Or
Time to spill that ass.
Jumping Jack Flash, it's a gas.
Beware! You're in for a scare! Ha!
Ooh,
All right.
That actually did some damage.
Yeah, it did.
Nina is not pleased.
Before I get too carried away, I ought to go handle these stupid icebergs.
Yeah, we gotta go prevent the Titanic from sinking.
Why is there... Oh, beautiful.
Oh, that... woohoo!
Well, we're in the water now. I don't know how it happened. I don't even care.
But it did. Because... reasons. Yes, Hector Elizondo, he... Chicago Hope.
Yeah, Chicago Hope, Leviathan, the episode of Columbo that I can't remember the name of for some reason. Dear God.
Is he a picket fences or Nash Bridges or one of those?
Well, all right, yes, Picket Fences he was in, technically.
Okay.
Picket Fences had him in there as a character, and eventually that got spun off into Chicago Hope.
Okay.
Chicago Hope is technically a spin-off of Picket Fences. But that's kind of where his character, Dr. Philip Waters, debuted.
Okay. I knew it was one of those two, so he has nothing.
Either that, or maybe it was a crossover thing. I don't know. They were both by the same TV company at the time.
Yes.
I want to say CBS. And that is your expertise on 90s television shows that I used to watch a lot when I was growing up. So.
Kaboom!
That's right. When all those suckers were watching ER and fawning over George Clooney, I was like, nah, Chicago Hope. That's where it's at.
ER with George Clooney. He was better on the Golden Girls.
With Hector Elizondo and Peter McNichols.
I wish Hector Elizondo was on the Golden Girls. I don't think he was.
No, he's on Chicago Hope.
I know, but like a one-time episode.
Oh, that would have been cool, yeah.
Because George Clooney was on an episode of the Golden Girls.
Yeah, wasn't he Santa Claus?
No, he was a cop. Because they were investigating the house next door. He had to help out the cop, and he was like, "Hey, that's George Clooney. I don't know who the other guy is, though."
Ah.
But holy crap, he had a lot of hair back then.
Who, George Clooney?
Oh yeah.
Why, did he lose his hair?
Yeah, because he has shorter hair now. He had short hair on ER.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
But on that episode of the Golden Girls, man, he had the full 80s mop top and everything.
Honestly, George Clooney never even hit my fucking radar until Batman and Robin. I'm not lying, folks. That is honestly the first time I paid any attention to the guy. I remember hearing about him in ER. Mm-hmm. But that was on the channel that we didn't have.
Yeah, ER was, I think, one of his breakout roles other than Batman and Robin.
Yeah. The funny thing is about it, too, is like, I remember seeing, like, I want to say he was on, like, some magazine as, like, World's Sexiest Man or some shit like that at one point.
Yeah, on People, yeah.
And I remember thinking, that old guy? Really?
Yahoo! Oh, no!
Shark, shark, shark.
No, I never cared for ER, but I never care for medical shows in general.
Only one I ever liked. Well, all right, technically I liked two of them. I forgot. I really liked House.
Well, house is kind of in a...
You're in for a scare, limo. Ah, damn it, I
Destroyed.
didn't get to him in time. Oh well.
The house is alright. I mean, you know...
I loved House. House was one of my favorite shows when it was on.
Remember, thou shalt not hide from Padre.
Oh, okay, well, thou shalt learn new lines.
Yeah, I was thinking that exact same thing. Alright, Minnesota.
Oh, Minnesota, we gotta
We got a Doomsdayer versus the Lutherans.
we got to avoid radioactive contamination. And there's something about bombs. I think we have to take the bombs out of the plant. No, briefcases.
Padre and his demonic elementals travel the land in search of new followers and further messages from Leviathan. While camping out in eastern Minnesota one night, the skies opened with a boom and someone named Chase emerged. He commands Padre's assistance. Is Chase Leviathan's messenger?
No, he's just a hamburger-eating doofus from the 2015. Alright, so collect and deliver the plans.
Collect and deliver 4 briefcases, avoid radioactive contamination, and destroy all enemies. Now, like most people, I knew Hugh Laurie first from House.
Yeah, same here. It was actually when I first heard that. It's funny because on House at one point, he's calling some. There's one episode where he's trying to call to a doctor overseas, and he gets him at a bad time of the day, and so the guy wouldn't talk to him. Mm-hmm. So he calls him back, but he puts on this goofy British accent, and to try to, oh yes, I'm from Britain too, or some shit like that. And I remember thinking, oh, that is a funny British accent. It was just like, oh, that is funny and preposterous. Only to realize that that's just his normal accent.
Yep. Because, Britons know him from, a bit of Fry and Laurie or Blackadder.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, seeing his work from... Because I got to know him as House.
Yeah.
That very serious, goofy character, but, very, very grouchy and American.
Yes.
And all of a sudden to see him go from that to dressing in drag and just acting a total goof. Mm-hmm. It was just so funny, especially when he played Prince George.
Yes.
In Blackadder season 3.
Yep.
That was so goddamn funny.
What do you mean I have to give up all my socks? Things like that. It just proves how talented Hugh Laurie really is. And he's also a very accomplished jazz pianist, too. So not only is he a great comedian and actor, he's also a good musician, too.
Yeah, that was kind of shocking, to find out all these little bits about him,
So it's like, Hugh Laurie, I tip my cap to you.
By the way...
and Hector Elizondo.
By the way, folks, I apologize if I got this goofy little cough every now and then. I'm not sick. It's just that we're recording this right after the Obaki episode.
Yeah.
Which went on for way too fucking long.
Yeah.
So my voice is a little hoarse right now.
Yeah.
Mainly from yelling fuck so goddamn much.
Yeah, we're going from a extremely fast vehicle that, it's very difficult to control with a very clunky, slow vehicle that's a bit stiff. So it's definitely a shock.
Oh, I'd take this any fucking day.
Oh, it is far better than the Tsunami.
I hate that fucking character. I hate that fucking vehicle. I hate that fucking character. I am so fucking happy we are done with fucking Obaki. You guys have no idea how much I was dreading doing that episode.
Oh, trust me. He was... actually, not really. I was going to say, you dreaded that episode as much as we did the Mola one, but I don't think it was that bad.
Oh, damn, I nearly got fucking radioactive contamination. That was scary.
Yeah. Damn it, frickin' Houston.
Yeah, I get it. You're a hooker.
Nope. Let go. There we go.
All right, not a cousin. More like a, more like a cousin's nephew thing.
A distant relative.
Very distant relative. Definitely not related to me by blood. But, you know, related enough where, like, the kid was, like, hanging around with family. But I remember, like, this kid, let's say as a teenager, and he was probably, like, oh, I don't know, like, 4 or 5, something like that. He was pretty young, but he was always hanging around my uncle. Mm-hmm. And, I remember the kid loved little Matchbox cars.
Oh.
And it was so fucking funny because, like, he had a little tow truck. Mm-hmm. And he always called it his hooker truck. Which everyone just thought was the funniest goddamn thing ever.
And when you're 4 or 5, you probably don't know.
Oh, exactly. He didn't know any better, but, like, he'd just be like, my hooker truck. That always made me laugh.
No, my little brothers were obsessed with Matchbox cars. They had, you know, one of those large 30-gallon Rubbermaid tubs. They had one of those full of Matchbox cars. And not the little plastic ones either. We're talking like the full metal ones along with the plastic ones.
Oh, those are the best ones.
Oh, they are the best by far. And we learned this because one of my favorite ways, well, not my favorite, but their favorite ways to play with Matchbox cars is in the dirt. So they would take these cars and they play them in the dirt, you know, make little racetracks and roadways. You know, they have the sports cars, they have the utility cars, they have the trucks, they had everything. And when we got older and, you know, moved away, grew up, whatnot, Mom was doing some work in the backyard and there was a patch of dirt where the boys would play. She said she was digging around and she found these metal Matchbox cars, almost completely intact, no rust or anything.
Oh, that's cool.
So she just said she actually was feeling a little nostalgic because she was finding all these Matchbox cars in the dirt.
Cherish thy judgment day.
Finally, a different line.
Oh, it's about goddamn time, Padre.
Yeah.
So did any of those cars belong to your brother Tom?
Possibly. Possibly older, possibly younger. All my brothers were interested in Matchbox cars, so it could have been any of them.
Gotcha.
But,
Padre is suspicious.
Winter Games. Padre is suspicious. These errands Chase asks of him do not require much destruction, which seems contrary to the ways of the Leviathan. Is Chase an interloper out to silence Padre? Possibly, but the preacher doesn't give up on potential followers this easy. He will fulfill Chase's wishes once more.
Oh, Chase, if Chase is anything, he is definitely a follower.
Oh, no. It's 4 supply boxes, beat the record of winter sports, and destroy all enemies.
I expected this. I'm not that concerned about it. It'll be difficult, but it's not the end of the world.
Fair enough.
Louisiana's going to be the worst. Now, actually, no, I take that back. Florida is going to be the fucking worst. Because that's where we have the fucking wind tunnel.
Oh, Chassis and your fucking drone of death, leave us alone. But yeah, they had this tub of Matchbox cars, and when they weren't playing with them in the dirt, they would play with them downstairs, and they had the giant road rug.
Oh yeah, I know that thing. Yeah.
And,
where it's got like the streets on it and shit.
Oh yeah. And I know in a previous episode I talked they'd fight over the fire station. But they had one of those, and my mom used to replace that thing every now and then because either A, they would spill something on it, or B, one of the cats would realize, hey, I don't want to use the litter box, I'll go to the bathroom on this thing. But, and that comes to mind because on the feed on one of my social internet sites, they said, if you had one of these, you had a great childhood, and it was one of those carpets. And I'm sitting here going, I remember having those. My brother's playing with those. Someone got the fire truck, someone got the tow truck, somebody got the police car. And the one.
Yes, she's dead.
Good.
That was all I fucking was hoping for. The goal was just to fucking kill her.
Yeah, just get her out of the way. Her and her death drone can, sleep it off. Alright, 2 more toolboxes. Our little elementals are like, we want to go down skiing. I want to take the toboggan. I just want to sit in the lodge and drink hot chocolate.
I got a rock.
Never got a rock going trick-or-treating. I mean, I got those peanut butter Mary Janes. Those might as well be rocks.
I was gonna say I got a lot of suckers. It was actually kind of funny because I remember my mom would throw such a fit every time we'd get a sucker. I don't know why. I think she took it as a personal affront. It was actually very comical because to me, I like suckers. I didn't mind them.
Me neither.
But like, it was funny because like we'd go to like this one lady's house. She'd be like, every year, son, she's gonna give you a goddamn dumb sucker, and all that stuff. I mean, I like dumb suckers. It's actually funny at work for a while. We had all right, so we had a couple of guys that were trying to quit smoking.
Oh.
So they were bringing in these giant bags of dum suckers.
Yeah, because they said one method to quit smoking, because...
yeah, it's an oral fixation.
Thank you, I was trying to remember the term for it.
Which is funny, because recently I had a coworker, he's got like a... What the fuck? It begins.
Yep. What, your coworker...
Oh yeah, so he's got like yeah, I'm going into a side story on a side story. No, he's got like a child that they're trying to get off the pacifier now.
Yeah, the binky, the dummy. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's sitting there. He's talking with all the other like people that have kids, and all that shit. And of course, I'm left out. So they're going. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? They're like, oh, like he's got like a kid who they're trying to get him off the binky, or they're trying to get her off the binky, And I was like, oh, okay. And I was all like, have you tried smoking? Because it's an oral fixation. You're just changing out with one with another. So have you tried cigarettes?
Oh. Yeah, maybe in the 50s.
And yeah, they were not amused. It was very fun. It was very funny for me. Not so much for them, but I didn't care. I wasn't really part of the conversation anyways. But anyways, I was going on about the guy with the dum suckers. Mm-hmm. So yeah, they were bringing, the huge fucking bags of dum suckers. It turns out you can buy like huge bags of these things.
Yeah, Sam still has them.
So, and it was kind of funny because we were joking a lot about dum suckers. And they had some sort of deal that if you collected enough of the wrapper heads, you could get a t-shirt.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And I think they got like a couple t-shirts out of the deal because we were going through tons of these fucking things. Because it was back when I had like a full crew of people. Mm-hmm. And
okay, it's this last one.
Okay. All right, good. It fucking did it that time. I did nothing different that time.
All right, but yeah, so they got the t-shirts.
Yeah, so they got these t-shirts. I don't know why, but that was just a funny story, I thought.
Because the big story...
but yeah, they were going through so many dum suckers that they had these... that they actually got the t-shirts.
I would say that's actually kind of cool. Because the big story when I was a kid was... I don't know if anybody remembers the Indian and the Star from the Tootsie Roll Pop wrappers.
No, I don't remember that.
There was a story going around when I was a kid. Tootsie Roll, Tootsie Pop, hard candy with Tootsie Roll in the middle. I love them. The raspberry ones are amazing.
Yeah, those are pretty good.
There used to be a myth that if one of the rarest things you can find on the wrapper is a picture of a Native American chief firing his bow and arrow at a star. And if you mailed it in to the Tootsie Roll factory, you would get free Tootsie Rolls for life or something along that.
Wow, that must have been crazy rare.
First of all, no.
I was going to say, or was the story just bullshit?
The story was bullshit.
I kind of figured.
Because apparently it was some myth about, some Native Americans said, well, I want to make this candy when I want to make a lollipop, and so something about, if I shoot this arrow into a star, that's how Tootsie Rolls Pops are invented. Some bullshit like that.
Uh-huh.
Something that a company would make up just to promote this myth, I guess.
I was going to say.
But yeah, that was the myth when I was a kid. If you found the Indian in the star, and you think it's the wrapper or a certain amount of wrappers, you got free Tootsie Roll Pops for life. It's not true. Don't try it. In fact, if you probably did it, they'll be like, stop sending us this stuff. It's fake.
The funny thing is, all right, so I remember Tootsie Pops. I sort of liked them. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's like, as far as suckers go, I thought they were pretty good. Because they changed up the formula a bit. It's not just a piece of hard candy on a stick. It's, you got a little treat at the end.
Oh, yeah.
As much as I like those, though, I was a much bigger fan of fucking Bubble, what was the one with bubble gum in it?
I'm trying to remember.
Blow Pops.
Blow Pops.
I liked Blow Pops way better.
In fact, there was a bit of...
Oh, that's a fucking soundbite. I guarantee someone's gonna... All right, nobody watches us. I ain't worried.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, I remember...
I like Blow Pops. Yeah, of course I did.
You said Blow Pops, not Blow Jobs. You're fine. Channel's not for kids.
This channel is definitely not for kids.
But no,
talking about candy and such.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember there was a bit of a faction on the elementary school playground. Did you like Tootsie Roll Pops or did you like Blow Pops? I was team Tootsie Roll Pops because Blow Pops are good, but Tootsie Roll had a better variety of flavors because they have raspberry, which at the time Blow Pops did not. And I forgot what Padre said. Nobody cares.
Who cares what he said? It's blah, 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 blah. Don't touch my stuff.
Yeah, Armageddon's coming. We're all going to die. Louisiana.
Louisiana.
We'll get back to the story here in a bit. To be continued. Ghastly Bayou. Chase turns out to be just another charlatan destined to fry in the depths of Gehenna for all of eternity.
Yeah, he does.
Nonetheless, Padre is baffled. The first moment he has laid eyes on the book, he became a believer. Then why is it so tough recruiting new devotees? Padre suspects the answer may lie in more destruction.
Probably because you're a gullible asshat, Padre.
That's a more likely scenario.
Alright, so... get the bombs, trap the alligator, and fuck your mother. That's...
collect 6 bombs, trap the alligator, destroy all enemies. But,
Alright, the good news is that there are 4 bombs just out in the fucking forest.
Yep, in the sugarcane fields.
Out in the sugarcane fields. This is fantastic. I am loving that. Are there any under the bridge? Alright, so there's none under that bridge.
But speaking of sugar, part 2 of the story, one of the ads I remember as a kid was, that's a blow pop. And, you have the kids using, blow pops as drumsticks and all that stuff. And, that's a blow pop. You gotta say from Charms. What? No, cut. Because, they're shooting it like a kid shooting a commercial.
Oh, yeah. Kids are dumb like that.
But,
maybe if I can... Oh, please tell me it'll blast me up. Did it? Did I? No. Oh, I just missed it.
That's a clever tactic.
I know. That was... it was like, oh, tell me I can just get it by bouncing up into the air. But I doubt I can.
But I will say a thing about the modern versions of either candy. Blow Pops have the better strawberry, but Tootsie Roll Pops have the better raspberry. And in both versions, the orange ones taste like baby medicine and therefore taste like ass.
Ha! It worked!
It did work! But on the other side of that coin, a Tootsie Roll has the chocolate flavor, and it's the chalkiest chocolate flavor for the hard candy that I've ever experienced.
Oh, we don't have to...
We don't have to flood anything.
Oh my god. Now
All we
if
gotta
we
do
could
is-
just trap that stupid fucking alligator.
But yeah, I don't know what chocolate they use in the chocolate Tootsie Pops. Oh my goodness, it tastes wretched.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, those suck.
But the raspberry... But the raspberry strawberry ones are pretty decent. I like them. I don't think we're trapping the alligator. Oh, we're getting his enemies.
No, all
on
we're
our
doing
ass.
is fucking playing a lot of grab ass with Clyde and fucking Donkey Punch here.
Yeah, in Dallas.
Oh, good. Fucking trapped yourself in the cage. Good fucking deal.
Speaking of little Bake. Yahoo!
Oh, you asshole.
The gator's just chilling out.
He's like, what? I'm an alligator.
But the one that was the unpopular Halloween candy, other than those nasty peanut butter Mary Janes, and I don't know if I talked about it on the show, but I'm talking about it again in case you missed it, was
Candy corn. Disgusting.
I love candy corn. I will defend candy corn till the day I die. I don't care what Lewis Black says.
I disagree.
Then I will eat all the candy corn and you can have all this candy I don't like.
It's inedible.
It is not. It's delicious. Candy corn and mellow cream pumpkins are delicious.
By delicious, you mean fucking disgusting.
Maybe to your palate. But, that'd be Smarties. And, those chalky little fruity candies. In the United States, that's what they are. In Britain, they're chocolate candy. So we're talking American Smarties here. And one of my old bosses at a restaurant I used to work with, he loved American Smarties. So, and we used to hate them at the house. We used to get them. They'd be like end up in the bottom of the Halloween dish. So one year, after Halloween, I worked at the restaurant, and it's just like, I have a bunch of Smarties in my house. Boss, can I bring them into work? And he's like, oh, absolutely, go ahead. So, so I come in the next day to do my shift, and I have like 20 rolls of Smarties. And he's just like, oh, this is awesome. So he's all right, trap the gator.
Yes. All right.
Now we just got to get the wrench. Got it.
Gator's trapped. I got a shit ton of specials.
People are gonna get fucked.
I got 6 bombs. I think that's all. Yeah, just collect them.
Yep, we don't have to deliver them.
All right. Well, time to fuck people's shit up.
But,
Oh, yeah, we can't use this while we're in the water
Nope.
for some reason.
because reasons. So yeah, my boss was he had this bowl full of Smarties, and during the shift he'd be like, on his break he'd take him and he'd take the bowl of Smarties and he'd be like, oh, treat time for me. He is the only person I've ever met who liked Smarties.
I like Smarties.
You like Smarties?
Yeah, I thought they tasted alright. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not like, ooh, Smarties, they're delicious and I love them. It's more like...
So you're not like my old boss.
No, I used to like them, though. I remember like getting them as Halloween candy. I'd be like, ooh, Smarties.
I always take hit or miss on Smarties. I was just like, well, a roll every now and then is fine, but then I'm like, I'm good for until next Halloween. But every time I see a roll of Smarties, I just think of my old boss and that bowl full of them. Yahoo! Julio, get the stretch. Got it.
Oh, good. Now we can go faster.
In this vehicle, we need it.
Beware!
Coming for you, Baki.
Coming for you. Dead.
Ooh, that almost killed it. Oh, that did kill it.
Good. And now we sink back down into the depths. Well, Louisiana wasn't too bad.
In this vehicle, that really helped.
I was going to say, the fact that our special launches us into the air really, really helped.
What's that about lingerie?
He said something about, I think something about Leviathan wears lingerie, so it's...
I don't want to see Cthulhu in stockings. Thank you.
I think we have to stop the money train. which is gonna suck. And oh, it's the gas cans.
Steel Mill. Padre has read and reread the book countless times over. It was during one such reading that the following phrase caught his attention. The one who commands a pillar of fire shall command the fall of Babylon. A pillar of fire? It must be the key to the undoing. There ought to be plenty of fire at a steel mill.
Watch, the book is just a chick track that he picked up somewhere.
It's a cookbook. To serve man, it's a cookbook. The book is a cookbook. Maybe it's the Pyromaniac's cookbook. Which is a real cookbook, by the way. And no, it's not like how to set stuff on fire. It's like how to make, like, you know, crepe Suzette and flame boiled recipes and, you know, cooking with actual fire.
Alright, is the train coming? No, the train is not coming. God damn it.
Alright, who fucked with the controls? Oh, Cultist, looks like you're a bit stuck. Well, if you didn't have a dang RV that was so top heavy, you wouldn't have this problem.
Ha ha ha! Alright. Now, as long as all the switches are still the same. Yep. Alright. That should bring us right where we want it to go.
Alright. We'll find out here in a minute.
Now, the more important thing is going to find some oil canisters.
Alright, there it is. We got the money train.
Alright, the bad news is that there's no oil canister there. Which sucks, because usually there is one.
Bonk. Oh, Convoy.
Oh, beautiful. Caught myself on fire.
Yeah, it's fire, you know, fire, brimstone. He is a preacher after all.
Yeah, commanding that pillar of fire, which is me apparently.
He's Richard Pryor. He's on fire.
Alright, so really bad news.
Let's say, do our enemies have them?
Well, if they do, there's no way we can win. Because I'm pretty certain we need 6 of them. And there's only 4 of them. Oh wait, there's 4 of them. Alright, so if each one of them has one...
Because I'm not seeing any spares.
We've got a shot. But I sincerely doubt...
And I'm looking pretty hard.
I sincerely doubt that each one of them only has one. So, probably prepare to do this level over again. I mean, we'll give it a shot, folks, but I'm super doubtful that... I am super fucking doubtful that we're going to be able to salvage this. Because this is what fucking the Pennsylvania level always does to you.
Oh, yeah.
You have to get an obscene amount of fucking... And I've actually seen it where, like, they didn't even drop that many. This is why randomizing drops is a bad fucking thing. If you're a game designer, don't do this. Or at least if you do, make sure that there's a minimum amount of drops.
Right.
And if you're going to have some chicken shit bullshit like this, at least make it so if a character picks up 2 of them, they can drop 2 of them, not just 1.
Yeah, I am not seeing any gas
Nah,
cans.
neither am I. We're just going to have to start fucking...
Gotta go on a kill streak.
Yep. Start destroying other fucking enemies and hoping that one of them... Well, actually, hope that each of them has a gas canister on them. I sincerely doubt that there is.
Oh, what's the matter? You stuck under the bridge? Oh, too bad. We'll deal with you later. Kaboom! I'm trying to think of the worst suckers I've ever had. Like I say, I don't mind dum-dums. Low pops are good. Tootsie Girls are good. Those giant spiral ones are okay as long as, you know, you pretty much accept you'll never finish them.
You know what I always hated? Those fucking jawbreakers that were never meant to be finished.
Oh yeah, the baseball-sized ones.
Yeah, like the Jurassic Jawbreaker. Guess when that came out, folks?
Oh, right around the time Jurassic Park came out?
Yeah. I remember seeing that. Ooh, the Jurassic Jawbreaker, and I wanted one so bad, and I eventually talked my folks into buying me one. And never finished it. Never fucking could. You couldn't even fit the fucker in your mouth.
Oh no. I wasn't a fan of jawbreakers in general for that very reason.
I didn't like Jawbreakers. I don't know why, like, for some reason, I probably bought into the hype because I was a dumb kid.
What
It was
kid
like,
doesn't?
oh, Jurassic Park, yeah.
See, I wasn't that big into Jurassic Park when I was young, because it's just like, it's a dinosaur movie.
The funny thing is like, I remember really liking Jurassic Park. And then, like, the sequel came out, and I was just... By the time the sequels came out, I just had no fucks to give.
I think that's a good way to put it, yeah. That's why I always hate it when it's like, the movie comes out and then the sequel comes out like 10 years later. It's like,
He's gonna get the wrench.
it's just like, that ship has sailed.
Well, that's how I feel about a lot of these fucking sequels that they're doing like 20 years. You know, because it was a big franchise in the 90s, they feel like, oh yeah, let's make a sequel to fucking Top Gun. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like, no, it's too fucking late.
Besides, the movie was a classic anyway. We don't need the next generation thing.
Yeah, all you're gonna do is ruin shit. Yeah, beware.
Who's that one that did that recently that we watched not too long ago?
All right, someone dropped. Oh, come on,
Yep.
give it to me. 2 remaining.
Give me.
Oh, we only need 5?
I guess? I thought it said 6.
I thought we needed 6. Okay, well, maybe we only need 5. We might still be in this, folks.
Oh, it was Coming to America.
Oh, yeah, that was one that, like, did it really need a sequel now?
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, they made it work because it's like, well, the next generation.
Yeah, they did the Next Generation plotline, but they actually did it somewhat competent.
Well, that's the sad thing, though, is like, in any of these stupid fucking movies where they do this dumb shit, like even the Ghostbusters one, that keeps getting fucking delayed, and I'm actually starting to wonder if we'll ever fucking see it. Mm-hmm. It's like, we're passing off the torch to the next generation. It's like, I don't care about the next generation. You know, they aren't they aren't nearly as charismatic and as original as the original.
Mm-hmm.
So
Harold Ramis is dead.
yeah, I was gonna say that's the thing that bugged me. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still happy that we're getting a fucking Ghostbusters. I think it's about 20 years too fucking late.
Yes.
But I don't know. I guess the only reason I'm happy about that is because I've been wanting it for so fucking long. And it should have happened so many fucking times over. And I'm one of those weirdos that actually thought Ghostbusters 2 is actually pretty good. I don't think it was as good as the first, but it was still a good movie. I found a lot of parts good.
Again, it was competent.
Yeah, it was competent. I mean, don't get me wrong. I actually prefer Vigo the Carpathian to Gozer the Gozerian.
Ooh, some people, them's fighting words.
I know. That's the funny thing is, like, I found Vigo to be...
Vigo was a good villain, though.
Vigo is a good villain. Now, don't get me wrong. I think they made a lot of poor decisions with him. Mm-hmm. Namely, just... Oh, geez.
Okay, where's the Thunderbolt?
It's over here.
Alright.
Alright, it does not have a gas can. So, the next two have to have fucking gas cans for this to even fucking work. I tried to get this thing, but I'm too floaty, and yeah, I don't want to give up the floatiness.
The floatiness seems to be in our favor.
So what were we talking about?
We're talking about sequels to movies.
Oh, yeah,
in a
yeah.
long time span.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I wanted to see a Ghostbusters sequel for a while. We should have gotten one. If Murray hadn't been such a fucking prima donna, we would have gotten one. And who knows? Maybe it would have sucked. I don't know. I'm counting the Ghostbusters game
That's
as the actual third movie. It's the plot that I know that they were going to go for anyway, so I'm pretty satisfied with that. Everything I've heard about what Ghostbusters 3 was supposed to be, it was pretty much that. So I'm satisfied with that. I mean, I'll see the new one. I'm kind of hoping it's going to be good. I like Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd is one of those actors. It's like, who is he? And then you see him in a movie, I'm like, oh, it's that guy.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, like, about Paul Rudd, I've seen him. All right, so generally it's like, it's Paul Rudd. It's the same old shtick. But I've seen him, like, him in Mute. The character he played in Mute was actually, like, it was so weird because it was actually watching Paul Rudd play, like, a dark and sinister character.
Right.
Well, not completely dark and sinister. He was a very complicated character, but to me it proved that he had range.
Yeah, he wasn't just Ant-Man.
Yeah.
The guy, Paul Rudd, that's him.
The guy can actually do some, like, pretty decent acting.
All right, where's the RV? Where's the RV?
It's right there.
It
All
had
right.
a gas can.
Gas can, one remaining.
Yeah, we'll deliver them as soon as we
I was going to say, if we
Convoy
deliver
the
them now,
what
we're
for.
fucked. We have to have them in our inventory when we beat the last guy.
Right. But, yeah, Coming to America was one of those, it's like, okay, when you do a sequel, it's got to be able to kind of stand on its own.
I don't see it. It didn't have... God damn it. Alright, folks. Guess what? Take fucking two, folks.
All because of one freaking gas can.
Yeah, all because, yeah, fucking programmers got stingy with the fucking random drop-offs. Or should I say, the random drop-offs got fucking stingy with the fucking gas cans. So here we are again.
Back in Pennsylvania, back in Lodi again.
Hoping that we can,
Oh, there's no one.
get these things before the enemies do. Damn it. Alright, once we can fly, this will help. There's one, okay. Hopefully there's one across the river. There is not one across the river. Again, the game has to be so fucking stingy with these goddamn things. Aha! Alright, so now we just have to hope that at least one enemy has one on them. Which is honestly almost a practical thing. Worse than that, though,
We gotta stop that damn train.
we gotta stop that fucking train. And that's where this fucking level can be such a bastard. Because once you got it, you think, oh, I'm good at, you know. Getting the train to stop at the spot is tough enough. Hoping that the game doesn't just fuck you on random drop-offs is another fucking factor. Mm-hmm. And if any of these assholes destroy that bridge, we're fucked. It's game over.
Right.
All right.
All right, elementals, you gotta kind of cool it here for a bit.
All right. So hopefully, okay, the train's coming. So hopefully, no one fucks with any of the switches, and the train will hopefully arrive on time, and hopefully nobody's blown up that bridge yet. If any of these things happen, we're fucked. Also, if not one of them is holding a gas can, we are also fucked. Because like I said, sometimes the game's just like, yeah, you know what, I'm only going to drop 4 of them.
Woohoo!
Alright,
There's the
train's
train.
coming.
All right, train's in the station.
Alright. I ain't gotta worry about that no more, so now I can just fucking do this at will. Boom!
Up you go.
But no, I mean, when I first heard about Ghostbusters 3, I was really excited, and then I found out, like, the cast was mostly kids.
Oh, no. Ugh.
And I was like, well, you know, it's like, oh, it's a Stranger Things kid, and it's like, okay, well, I don't know. The big thing I was seeing is that, you know, it looks to me a lot like Junior Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Which was a thing from the cartoons, and every episode with the Junior Ghostbusters, I just groaned and said, ugh. Even as a kid, I groaned and said, ugh.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Ghostbuster
watch a
babies.
bunch of jerk-off kids. I want to watch the Ghostbusters.
Jim Henson's Ghostbuster babies.
Yeah, exactly. That's all it fucking was, too. And I think that's what made it so insulting. You know, I know I'm not the only one that felt that way. Because it's actually funny, because when I grew up and like started watching people like Phaelus and all that, I was like, oh, thank God someone else saw the same faults with the show that I did. You know,
Right.
you could be like a big fan of the show, and then like, then you could also see the episodes where it's like, this episode was really stupid. Even as a kid, I hated this episode.
Well, it's like, you know, watching the latter episodes of Scooby-Doo with
Oh, with Scrappy Doo?
or as the internet calls it, the dog that shall not be named. But yeah, it was just like, we know what you're doing. It's called, I didn't know the name for it at the time, but as a kid, it's just like, why is he here? Why do you have a puppy dog?
Well, the focus
I want to
group
see
says,
Scooby. The chart says.
we need to have the kids identify with one of the characters in the show.
I was too busy, you know.
That's why we got the Great Gazoo.
The less we talk about the Great Gazoo, the better.
I love when, like, even in the Flintstone movies, they're all like, let's bring in the Great Gazoo in this one. It's like, oh yeah, because it works so good in the show.
Right. But it's just like, there's only I don't remember what Mystery Science Theater where they do the Jim Henson's babies. That riff, but bless their hearts, I'm glad they did, because now it's the perfect riff for anytime I see something like
Mortal Kombat 11 or Mortal Kombat 10.
yeah.
Yeah, we know that you like Sub-Zero and Scorpion and, you know, all the old school fighters, but, hey, how about Johnny Cage's daughter? Isn't she cool?
Yeah, Cassie Cage.
Hey, how about knockoff Scorpion? Yeah, he was trained by Scorpion. It's not the same thing, and I don't care.
Yeah, Jim Henson's Mortal Kombat babies.
What about Jax's daughter? Hey, she's got metal arms too, sort of.
And hey, you random girl from Michigan, her name is Jackie, but spelled different. Jacqui. Yeah, nice try. I've seen that spelling before.
Oh, way to totally dox yourself.
How many times have I doxed myself on the frickin'... Yes,
Aha!
yeah! Alright.
Oh, the day is ours.
Yes. We'll play with the switches to celebrate. But no, miniaturizations of the main characters is just like, I know what you're doing, please stop it.
Yeah. But hey, you know what? It worked once. With Huey, Dewey, and Louie. I want to say that is the only case that has ever fucking worked.
Yeah, and you know, they're female nephew Daisy. But,
Yeah.
But even, you know, it's just like, it worked then because it's like they gave them their own stories and their own, you know, personalities. They weren't just miniature Scrooges.
No. Well, they're supposed to be,
They're his nephews.
They're supposed to, well, I think they're... That's actually a good question. Who the fuck is their father? Because they're both,
That's a running joke on the internet, is who the lineage of Huey, Dewey, and Louie actually are.
You know what the sad thing is? Like, I know there's like a weird hardcore fandom behind like Donald Duck and Scrooge McDuck, the Duck family in general. I've seen family trees that people have put together, and it's just like, wow, it's...
You have more free time than I do.
I can't... It says the guy who's, you know, is working extensively on a book to try to make the continuities of the Friday the 13th movies make sense. That'll never get published, by the way, I assure you. Victor Miller. No, it's... I get it, you know, some fandoms, you want to get real deep in stuff, but it's like, DuckTales? Seriously?
Wait, no, wait a minute. Donald Duck is Donald's... Then who's the little girl duck? Webby! Okay, Webby's her name. Okay.
Oh, Webby, yeah.
I gotta say, it can't be Daisy, because Daisy is...
Yeah, Daisy's Donald's girlfriend.
Yes. So yeah, my brain just committed a total here. But yeah, Webby Duck. So it's just like, who is there... Which duck fuck which duck to get those kids?
A lot of duck fucking going on.
Don't get me started on the horrors of duck fucking.
But no, well, hey, you know, we had the Flintstone Kids. That was really good.
Flintstone Kids was not good. Yo Yogi was even worse.
I like how they're new, like, because allegedly there's going to be like a new Flintstones show that's supposed to focus on, Pebbles and Bam Bam all growing up, and
they already did that.
That's the funny thing, when people are like, oh yeah, they're going to go in this direction with the new Flintstones. And I'm like, oh, you mean like they did back in the 60s when it was basically like grown up Pebbles and Bam Bam in a band, and it was very dated and nobody liked it?
And then they tried it again. They had a movie, I think that was in the 80s, where Pebbles and Bam Bam were adults. They got married, and the joke was that every gift they got was a cabbage juice. It was a cabbage juicer or a cactus juicer, one of the two. And I remember that because it's like, who the fuck would gift them a cabbage juicer or cactus juicer, whatever it was? Don't they have a wedding registry? Because my brain does that. It puts logic in things that don't have logic. Welcome to the show. And then you just realize, I'm like, Pebbles and Bam Bam got married. Okay. Hanna-Barbera, are we running out of ideas? Then again, I shouldn't.
It's Hanna-Barbera.
Hanna-Barbera does more recycling than all of California, let me tell you.
That's the funny thing. I always hated Hanna-Barbera. I always did. Except for, weirdly enough, I kind of like Yogi Bear.
Hey, boo boo.
Yeah, I don't know why. And don't get me wrong, Yogi's gotten the fucking shitty treatment too with
Oh, don't get...
what was that fucking thing in the 90s where it's like
It was
Kid
Yogi. It was Yo-Yogi.
Yo Yogi, that's what it was. Oh my god, was that terrible.
Yeah, at Jellystone Mall.
I remember watching that crap. Oh, it was so terrible.
It was awful. It was fucking awful. And then the less we talk about the movie in the 2000s, the better, with Joe Timberlake as Boo Boo, and I will never forgive Hollywood for that at all.
Oh, but it's Justin Timberlake. Boo Boo's bringing sexy back.
Don't just go. And the even less we talk about those fucking 2000s album than the Chipmunks movies, even better.
Oh, I forgot about those pieces. Chipwrecked and all that.
One of them was called the Squeakquel.
You know what's sad is, like, I was a big fan of Jason Lee at the time. Mm-hmm. And when he was doing those, I was like, oh man, you're not that hard up for money, are you, man?
Yeah, well, who is forcing you to do this? Is this contractually obligated?
Yeah. Florida. Oh, here we are, folks. Here we are. I have a nasty feeling this is going to be another long one.
Brace yourselves.
We're already an hour 15 in. I mean, maybe a little under because I'm going to have to cut some stuff, but I am so not looking forward to Florida. If it ever gets here. Oh, here we go.
Launch site. Padre sure turned up the heat at the mill. Ha ha! He could feel the earth rumble and the winds picking up from the east. The time has come. He shall travel to sunny Florida to witness the coming. But first, Padre ought to dispose of the shaman who's been trailing him for days.
Oh, hooray. I can't wait to fight this boss. Alright, so... you collect stuff from space.
5 supply boxes, 4 send me through the... Oh, no.
Yeah, it's this bullshit.
The wind tunnel bullshit.
Yep.
In this vehicle.
Yeah, I was gonna say, maybe we'll get lucky and get some landmines.
I guess with our updated apocalypse vehicle, we got some nice spikes there on the side.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is the fully realized fucking half-track. This time has a roof on it.
Yep, it's got his logo on the sides, and he has a really kicky plow on the front that says Doom, Doom, Doom on it.
Doom, Doom, Doom!
He's a big fan of Victor Von Doom, apparently.
Well, who isn't? I love Victor Von Doom. Big fan, big fan.
But yeah, we're here and we already lost one side of our spikes. That's the problem when you have a crew mount such as those. They break off rather easily.
Well, until we get some fucking landmines, I guess we'll just wander around in front of the fucking thing and hope someone fucking goes through the tunnel. Why didn't that count?
Come on, come on. Come on, you bastards. God, I hate the wind tunnels.
That should have counted.
Yes, but sadly it didn't. Just to annoy us.
I thought maybe if we got like nearly sucked into the wind tunnel and did our beware thing, it would give us the, oh no, you didn't go in, but they went in and... But no. Oh my god, okay, well.
Okay, you know what?
Oh my god, it's so juicy.
You know what? I'm not looking that gift horse in the mouth.
Me neither. All right, well, time to go win this thing. We still got to pull shit from space, but
let's go surfing now. Even Sven is learning how.
I should have saved those for that stupid electrical fence. Oh well.
But back to the previous rant I had. The thing when they modernized cartoons like that is you could tell that the people that, or the studios that do these live action cartoons, they don't know what made the original good in the first place.
Yeah. Or either that or they have a very warped sense of what did.
Yes.
And I think that's the case, honestly, with a lot of,
There you go.
I hate to say it, but sometimes franchises should just die.
Absolutely.
I really hate to say that because there's so many franchises that I love, but there comes a point where a new generation comes in and takes over the license. Mm-hmm. And they just warp it to whatever they think is correct. And what you get is, instead of like an actual like continuation of the story or like a reasonable successor, you generally just get like fucked up fan fiction. Something that doesn't even feel like it's in the original spirit.
Or it just gets, corporatized to death.
Yeah, and I'm certain there's exceptions to that rule. I'm very certain that there are probably a few. But generally, that's the way it goes.
Want to know a perfect example? Gem and the Holograms.
Oh yeah, that was made by people who had no clue what was the charm of the original one.
Not only did they not have the charm of the original, they did not consult any of the original artists, original producers, original creators, nothing.
Yeah.
Nobody.
And I hear that about a lot of... I guess that's what happened with She-Ra, too.
Yes.
I mean, I have no horse in that race. I could care fucking less. But that's what I hear is, like, essentially, they didn't go to any of the original creators. In fact, they're just kind of like, we don't need them. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, well, then why are you in this?
And that happens, and then the new stuff comes out, and they're like, why did it flop?
Yeah.
And it's like, because you didn't do it right the first time.
There's generally two ways franchises get fucking ruined. And it's either you get like these weird fanfic bullshit that nobody can accept because it's just someone's weird fucking fanfic.
And they don't consider it canon.
Or even worse, it's someone who doesn't give a fuck in the first place about any of it.
Yeah, corporatization.
And the studio's just like, we want to do this and we want to get someone in and...
Oh, here comes Mr. Bland.
Yeah.
Dusty Earth himself.
Great. Dusty Earth. Can't fucking wait for this. Alright, so we got Mission A and Mission B accomplished.
Yes. So all we gotta do is... take out Mr. Tornado, Mr. Bland, Dusty Earth, and then it'll be all over.
Well, that'll be nice.
But first of all, we need to find some health. But apparently he's hurting himself, so...
I was gonna say, we just hit him with a
mortar.
Yeah.
Well, how did that feel, Shaman?
Why won't it let me do my special? There we go.
Ooh, right in the middle of it.
And then you got some things like Friday the 13th, where the original creators are involved with it, but they never liked it to begin with. And all it was a cash cow for them. Mm-hmm. And now they're just going to, they're going to fight over who gets what money.
Right.
And
the fans lose in the end.
And the fans lose in the end. Honestly, though, Friday the 13th ain't what it. That ship had long since sailed on when it basically became just terrible.
Mm.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Oh, ooh, wrench.
Wrench.
Ooh, right in the fits. Ooh, that'll help.
Yeah, it will.
I know. That's like I said. It's like, bring us more original ideas. It may not be good ideas, but at least it's something different.
I was gonna say, there's been a handful of movies that have come out over the years where it's all like, either rip something off and do it well, or just come up with your own thing. I mean, here's the thing about like a lot of that, like, sometimes it can work, even in video games. Like when they create spiritual successors, and then you get Mighty Number 9. So it's not always going to work. But again, that was kind of the original creator just wanting to do something else and getting in way over his head. But honestly, like with Friday the 13th and all that, Friday the 13th's a dead franchise. I think making another Friday the 13th would just be beating a dead horse at this point. Especially because you couldn't even make one now because the rights are so fucked up.
Right.
I think the better thing to do would just be rip it off. And honestly, I think the ones that came closest to actually giving us a pretty good rip-off of Friday the 13th was American Horror Story.
Oh, the new one?
Yeah, the 1984 season. I thought that was as good as it's going to get. Honestly, from someone who loves the Friday the 13th franchise, and I get that it's a TV series, it's hard to sit through. Mm-hmm. But if you love Friday the 13th, give it a watch. Don't take it as this is a rip, or this is a complete rip off, because it's not. It's it from a different perspective. Mm-hmm. But I thought it was probably the best thing that we've gotten in years. The closest thing we'll ever get to, like, somewhat of a spiritual successor to Friday the 13th. Even though it's a complete fucking parody. I wouldn't say a complete parody, but it definitely thrives on a lot of the cliches of the time.
Oh, it's very tropish, but they use the tropes in ways that are actually good.
I was gonna say, it's more of an homage than anything, I would say, because
that's the word.
It works. Mm-hmm. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of like, okay, well, there's like lots of sex and drugs going on at this camp and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But I don't know, I like the storyline. I thought it was, like I said, I thought it was probably the best thing that we've gotten in that vein in a long time. Now, as far as like stuff like Hatchet goes, Hatchet, which is almost a direct not a direct rip-off of Friday the 13th, but I think they've described it as like they really wanted to do a Friday the 13th, but they couldn't, so this is what they did instead. They kind of created their own thing, and they even got Kane Hodder involved.
Oh.
It wasn't good. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was okay-ish, but I wouldn't call it good by any. I didn't like it. I can appreciate what they're trying to do, I just didn't like it.
But as you said, sometimes a franchise just needs to ride out into the sunset before they milk.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's... How many franchises have we just seen beat... Halloween's a great example.
Yes.
Halloween is a franchise that has been fucked around so many goddamn times. And it's on such a weird branched continuity line at this point that you almost have to be a fucking expert on the series to understand what you're getting into if you go to a Halloween movie. That doesn't make very good market appeal.
No.
Because if you're just like, if like last year you're all like, or not last year, but a couple years ago you're like, I want to go see that Halloween movie that just came out.
Oh.
It's a sequel to the first one, but not to any of the others, which they've already done before. Mm-hmm. With Halloween H2O, I mean, it's a mess.
Thou shalt not hide from Padre.
Well, we beat it.
Yep, and apparently what PD met its doom, just like the plow in the front said.
Oh, I can't wait to see Doomsday. I guess this is the apocalypse.
The tires of doom command us. The tires of doom command
It
us.
looks more like Mad Max to me.
Thou shalt not pass.
Oh, how could this happen? Yeah. Well, that told us absolutely nothing.
Not a thing.
That was a stupid fucking ending.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I feel bad because that's gonna wrap up this series now.
Yep.
Well, that was it, folks. That was the last character. I guess we're done with Vigilante 8, unless I decide to do the rest. But I don't know. I wouldn't hold my breath.
If it happens, it happens. It doesn't, it doesn't.
Yeah, and there, like I said, there's been a lot of people who've been watching these. I'm grateful for that. By a lot of people, I mean probably 2 or 3.
Still,
So those are big numbers for our channel.
Yes.
Those are real big numbers, so we appreciate it.
Yes.
I hope you guys enjoyed.
Yes, I hope you guys enjoyed our journey through this game. Oh, this game.
Yeah, this game indeed. But that's it. That's it for this episode, and we just barely made it under an hour and a half.
Yes, we did. And on that note, folks, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and have a good day.
Vigilante, second offense.